Edward Teach. A name whispered in fear, a name that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest sailors. But before the legend of Blackbeard, there was a man. His early life remains shrouded in mystery. Some say he was born in Bristol, England. Others claim he sailed as a privateer during Queen Anne's War. Regardless, the sea called to him, whispering promises of adventure and fortune. Teach's path from sailor to pirate remains unclear. Perhaps he tired of meager wages and harsh conditions on merchant vessels. Or maybe the lure of freedom and riches proved too strong to resist. Whatever the reason, Teach joined the crew of Captain Benjamin Hornigold, a notorious pirate captain. It was here under Hornigold's tutelage that Edward Teach would transform into the fearsome Blackbeard. Hornigold recognized Teach's strength, cunning, and ruthlessness. He saw in him a leader of men, a pirate capable of inspiring both fear and loyalty. Hornigold bestowed upon Teach command of a captured sloop. Thus began Blackbeard's reign of terror. He cultivated a fearsome appearance. His thick black beard, said to reach his chest, was his most striking feature. He braided it with ribbons and tucked lit fuses beneath his hat, creating a fearsome spectacle. Blackbeard's reputation spread like wildfire throughout the Caribbean and the American colonies. Sailors whispered tales of his cruelty and his terrifying appearance. His name became synonymous with dread. Merchants trembled at the thought of his black flag appearing on the horizon. Blackbeard had become a legend in his own time. In 1717, Blackbeard captured a powerful French slaving vessel, renaming it. This formidable frigate, armed with 40 cannons, became his flagship. With thee at his command, Blackbeard's power reached its zenith. He terrorized shipping lanes, amassing a fortune in plunder. His fleet grew, attracting desperate men eager to share in the spoils of piracy. Blackbeard's tactics were as cunning as they were ruthless. He often employed trickery, disguising his ships to lure unsuspecting vessels into his clutches. He understood the power of fear. His mere appearance was often enough to secure surrender without a single shot fired. Life aboard a pirate ship was harsh and unpredictable. The men lived under a strict code enforced with brutal punishments. They toiled endlessly, repairing sails, manning cannons, and scouring the horizon for prey. The threat of disease, storms, and enemy ships was ever present. Yet there was a strange camaraderie amongst these outcasts. They shared a common purpose, a thirst for adventure and riches. They gambled, drank, and sang bawdy songs, finding solace in their shared existence on the fringes of society. For a brief time they were masters of their own destiny, beholden to no one but themselves and their captain, Blackbeard. In the spring of 1718, Blackbeard committed one of his most audacious acts. He blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina, holding several prominent citizens hostage. He demanded a chest of medicines in exchange for their release. The governor of South Carolina, fearing for the lives of his people, agreed to Blackbeard's terms. This act solidified Blackbeard's reputation as a ruthless and cunning adversary. He had challenged the authority of the crown and emerged victorious. His legend grew, further cementing his place in the annals of piracy. Blackbeard's reign of terror could not last forever. Lieutenant Robert Maynard, a young and ambitious officer in the Royal Navy, was tasked with hunting down the notorious pirate. Maynard tracked Blackbeard to Ocracoke Island, North Carolina. On the morning of November 22, 1718, the two forces clashed in a fierce and bloody battle. The battle raged for hours. Cannon fire ripped through the air, splintering wood and spraying deadly shrapnel. Blackbeard, wielding multiple pistols and swords, fought like a man possessed. He was a force of nature, cutting down any man who dared cross his path. Despite his ferocity, Blackbeard was outnumbered and outmaneuvered. Maynard's men swarmed the deck of Blackbeard's smaller sloop. Blackbeard, already wounded multiple times, continued to fight with the fury of a cornered animal. Finally he fell, his body riddled with bullets and sword wounds. Legend has it that he sustained 5 gunshot wounds and over 20 cuts before finally succumbing to his injuries. Maynard, victorious but shaken, ordered Blackbeard's head severed and displayed on a pike as a warning to other would-be pirates. Thus ended the reign of the most feared pirate captain of his age. In death, As in life, Blackbeard continued to captivate the imagination. His story, passed down through generations, became intertwined with myth and legend. Was he the bloodthirsty villain of popular lore, or was he a product of his time, a rebel who challenged the established order? The truth, as always, lies somewhere in between. Blackbeard was a ruthless pirate, certainly, but he was also a shrewd strategist and a charismatic leader. He embodied the spirit of rebellion, the allure of freedom and adventure that drew men to the life of piracy. Even today, centuries after his death, Blackbeard's ghost continues to haunt the Carolina coast. Some say his spirit still roams the beaches of Ocracoke Island, searching for his lost treasure. Others claim to have seen his ghostly ship, the sailing through the mist, its sails billowing black against the setting sun. Whether fact or fiction, Blackbeard's legend endures, a testament to the enduring power of the pirate myth. The story of Blackbeard is a reminder of the time when pirates ruled the waves, when the seas were wild and untamed, and adventure awaited those brave enough to seek it. It is a story of greed and ambition, of courage and brutality, of freedom and its price. It is a story that continues to fascinate and enthrall us even centuries after the last cannon fired and the Jolly Roger was lowered for the final time.